Hey YouTube, this is McDonald. I am back with another talk video. Basically pretty much, I've been working on some new things in karate. Basically, just basically doing some newer techniques, working on them, trying to perfect them. I'm more about combinations than anything. I'm more about doing combination drills, than katas. Um, Most people say, well, katas, they don't really help in a fight. Um, I guess you could say, I'm more of like, it's kind of like a way I do it, it's kind of like a form of shadow boxing. But when it comes to doing kata, um, even though I do practice it some, but it's not enough because it's not really proficient um, in a fight, I don't think. Um, Most people probably disagree with me on that. Um, 'Cause most of the time when you get confronted, um, most of the time when you get um, into a fight, 9 out of 10, most people, just go to their boxing or they'll go to kickboxing style, and they don't stick with the regimen, and that's the thing. And if you want to study a style, um, stay with that style and learn it, and learn how to fight in it. Um, to me, yeah, it's all right to open up ideas, and it's all right, to have new ideas and new ways of training. Don't get me wrong, and it's always a good idea to learn self defense, different self defense techniques, but from other styles and stuff like that. But the thing of it is, when it comes to learning martial arts, you have to be open minded instead of sticking to one style. But to me, you're not going to master every style there is out there, you know, all your life. You can learn from a little bit out of it, take what you learn, but if you don't like what you learned out of it, don't do it. But like, basically, when it comes to training martial arts, it's a life journey, and it's not just a thing where you learn 30 moves off of a video, or um, you learn 30 moves from somebody that used to train in the whatever art they studied, and you're gonna consider yourself a master. No, it happens overnight, and that's the thing. That's reality. Reality is that you train your whole life in martial arts, or you train your whole life in sports. That's how come most sports players get where they are today is because they end up basically training all of their lives, mastering the crafts, and to get where they are. Uh, they didn't back then. They didn't have the internet. They spent a lot of time on their craft. They didn't have, um, you know, they had books to study out of, but the internet didn't really get in the way. The internet, um, basically just um, came in, came up, came in, just opened up on around 95, I believe, or 96. The year 95 or 96, I believe it was, when the internet was first starting to come out. And I remember it was like dial up internet. And before all this wireless stuff and all this newer technology and getting advanced and all that. And the thing of it is, um, it's kind of like, when somebody builds an electronic item and, they want to take it to a business and sell it, and, they want to expand their knowledge on what they build, and then the next generation, they end up building a new one that's much better than that. So, yeah, it's kind of like, karate is kind of like basically, you have to master one art before you can move on to the next art. And mastering one art can take a lifetime. And that's the thing. When me, I have a black belt in karate. I have a red belt in taekwondo. Studied boxing on the side. I did take a few classes of Wing Chun. Um, but I didn't stay with it because Wing Chun wasn't really my style. Um, Even though it suited me because I was kind of short and it had the speed of the hands and everything, but I just didn't really care for Wing Chun. Even though I kind of used it, I used Wing Chun's principle of hand speed when it comes to doing karate. Um, and like I'll develop the power from boxing into my karate. So, uh, 9 out of 10. Um, you can take other ways of training and adapt it into your own style, but and it's alright to borrow a technique from another style, but I wouldn't call that a karate technique. It ain't karate. It's came from another style. So 9 out of 10. When you're training in art, you don't study every move you can. Read all kinds of books about it. That's what I do. I read all kinds of books about the art that I study, which is karate, and um, basically I have two DVD sets. One is a Shotokan Karate white to black belt DVD box set. Then I have Fred Filardi's Shaolin Kempo Karate white to black 2 disc DVD set. Um, Basically, I've been kind of learning off DVDs for right now. None of the schools where I used to train at, they're open. They're not even open anymore. So you gotta learn to emphasize on your own when you don't have a school to train. Does it get boring sometimes training on your own? Yes, but the thing of it is, you don't have nobody to really spar, and that's the thing that I'm kind of lacking is somebody to spar. Um, but as of right now, if you can you can master all the techniques you want, uh, and make them superb. When they're doing it on their own, um, that's what I do. I try to master each technique and to make it better each every day that I train. And like one week, all this week I done nothing but boxing. I trained in boxing like the past 2 weeks, got back into it, and um, basically, I said, you know what, I'm gonna switch it up every time. And that way, I won't get bored with the same regimen. And yeah, sometimes it's okay to switch the regimen up in your training, but stay with your style and system. Stay with your system that you know. Um, that's just my opinion. let's say if you know Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and you go to another art and you say, oh, this is part of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Well, no, you're wrong. It's called borrowing a technique and making it into your own system. It ain't Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You just borrow that technique from another system. And that's the thing with people today. They turn around and say, "Oh, this technique came from that technique, that style, and like and everything else." Um, to me, to me, fighting is just fighting. There is no style when it comes to fighting if it means defending your own life. But when it comes to doing martial arts, stay with one style. Stay with one system and learn to master that craft first before they move on to the next style. And yeah, it's okay to be open minded and learn something new from a different style, but don't go jumping into that new style right away. Take time to learn, master your own style, and until you move on to the next. That's all I gotta say. Seth McDonald signing out, and God bless on this beautiful Sunday. Um, it is raining here, I think. That's the reason why I haven't been outside doing any training or anything like that. I've been trying to stay healthy. This morning, I did something different. I had a glass of OJ. That's another thing. Trying to stay healthy. Cutting back on soda a lot. When I'm home, when I'm outside of work or whatever, I do have a soda once in a while, but just not all the time anymore. I try not to, but in the morning, during the day, I try to have my caffeine because at night it's like I don't really need it because I'm trying to unwind and after my workouts, and so yeah, it's just stay humble, stay fit, stay strong, train hard, be yourself. Don't let anybody tell you to be anything different. And God bless on this beautiful rainy Sunday. And stay with your own style. Peace.